Hey everybody, my name is Aquila, and this is a Lefty Knitter podcast, episode 97. I'm almost at 100. Whoop whoop! It's only taken me like 4 years to get here. No, 3 years. 3. So, I live in Baltimore with my husband and my daughter and 3 cats. It's a lot. So, I post a video every week, and it's vlog style, so I record throughout the week and show you guys what is happening. Sometimes it's the same project, sometimes it's cast on of many projects. Just don't know. I'm gonna put a little iCard up here if you haven't seen our post already or the video already. I bought John some dyeing supplies because he's been wanting to dye with acid dyes. He has tried natural dyes, which he doesn't want to give up on. He still wants to do natural dyeing too. But I will post the video, a link to that video, and you can watch it. I will warn you, he curses. Not suitable for kids. Sometimes we slip on this channel. It's the same channel. Sometimes I slip and he slips on this channel. Sorry. We try to make it as family friendly as possible on a Lefty Knitter. You might recall that I talked about the USPS and things being all backed up, and it is crazy. It's still crazy. Packages are still being out there in nowhere land, and I am grateful that I did finally get one of the packages I had ordered, but it was not in any rush that I needed it, so I am glad I have it. So I'm going to show you guys what I had ordered from Knitpicks. So I want to make another item for my photographer friend, and it's like a jumper with a button butt patch thing on it, and it called for some like really fluffy yarn. I wasn't sure what I was going to go with, so I did order some stuff from Knitpicks. I'll try to remember to put a picture of that project from the actual pattern page here. And so I ended up getting this DK weight, Daydream DK weight. It is the colorway Shell, because I wanted it to be neutral for both boy or girl, baby. Oh, this says limited edition, so I might not be able to get this again. That's okay. It is a 69% superfine alpaca, 24% nylon, and 7% merino wool, but that is pretty fluffy. And the finished object needs to have a little bit of a fluffy cloud factor look to it, so I'm going to try it. It's going to be a tiny little object. Lots of little things in the round, I think. I don't think it's seamed. Eee! I don't mind doing it in the round, actually. I'd rather do that than seam certain things. Oh, hair is stuck in my glasses. Real life problems. Okay. I also ordered some Felici. Now, they had brought some colors back, and I should have bought that too, but I didn't because Christmas, and I already have tons of yarn, and I really shouldn't be buying more, but I did. I want to make Haynes, who is my youngest little one, a sweater with the rainbow arms. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make the actual sweater that is called like the what is that pattern called? It's got the stripy arms. Why can't I think of it? I'll try to remember. I'll try to post it. Whatever. Sock arms. I remembered. Sock arms. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually use that pattern or not. It looks very skinny in the body. Not to say that I don't think it's size inclusive, because I don't have the pattern. I don't know if it is or not. I don't think it has any extra shaping to it, which I could do, but I'm not very good at. But I think I want to just do a little bit of an oversized sweater. I don't know what the body's going to be yet, but I bought this for Haynes. This is the Knitpicks Felici in the worsted weight. And this is the colorway Rainbow, obviously. Beautiful. I like it. I decided I also want a sweater with stripy arms. Not that I couldn't just do that and stripe in my own yarns, but why not buy it already done? I love this colorway online, and it's still just as beautiful in person. This is Rustic Cabin. I should have bought the Doctor Who colorway. That's the one I was talking about. I think they just call it the Doctor because they can't copyright the name. But Rustic Cabin, And I really like these colors. I have no clue what the body of the sweater will be, but I liked it. And I liked it so much that I bought it in actual fingering weight yarn because I want to make myself some socks and have enough to maybe make some shorty socks for somebody. I don't know. Not sure, but I liked it. So there's yarn I've purchased. I don't purchase a whole lot of yarn, and when I do, it's never like mass amounts of quantity of yarns. And I try not to always show everything that I buy, and I'll just show it when I actually use it. But I was really excited to get these because I've never had a chance to get the worsted weight. I think that's always been gone every time I go on the website because it's not, they don't put this out very often. I mean, I know they don't put the Fleechy out every like 4 times a year or something, 2 times a year. I'm not even sure. I don't know. I have been working on socks because I have nothing else on my needles, and this one was already on my needles. This yarn is from at Haynes House, and it's the pumpkin pie colorway. If I have the label in here, I will show you, which I do. There you go. At Haynes House. And this is, like I said, Emmanuel's favorite pie, which is pumpkin. And this is on her bare feet sock, 75.25. I have finished 1 tube. My markers indicate 10 rows. I do 140 rows, not including the cuff and the toe. I use a US size 1, 64 stitches. My lighting down here is really bad. Now I just gotta cut in a heel. And I'm getting a work phone call. And they've hung up. Shouldn't be doing this during work, but I get a break. I get breaks. I've cast on the cuff and part of the leg of the second one. This has been very good mindless knitting at night because of, I just need a little bit of rest after the holidays. I know we had 4 days. Thankfully, they gave us Christmas Eve off, and that was very nice of my company. But yes, with a 5-year-old, I've played a lot of Guess Who. Do you remember that game? It's a good game. I think I still have my original one, and I think I want to find it because the characters are different. I think it would be fun. She sometimes asks some very obscure questions, and in the dark, when it's at night, I shouldn't say in the dark because we don't play in the dark, but when it's nighttime, she sometimes is like, oh, do you have green eyes? And I'm like, looking at my card, yes, no? And sometimes she just asks some very obscure questions about the characters. I'm like, baby, you gotta really dumb these questions down. Stop being so specific. It's good that she's like getting the whole concept because she's really good at it. I'm not gonna lie. She wins a lot. She likes it. I think we played it like 100 times between me, John, and Michaela with her. Seriously. Like 33 and a third rounds each. I cranked these on my machine on Christmas. I am not done them, but one is actually done. I forgot that I had finished one, but the other one is not. So I had all these different like fun greens left in my Scrappy bag that I would be using in my blanket, which I still have plenty to use in my blanket. Sorry, I didn't mean to cover my face. I like to always make sure you can see my mouth because some people read lips in addition to closed caption. So the foot I did all in one color except for the toe, and then I put a red heel in it. So this one's done. I could put it on a blocker. This one is not done. I have to cut the heel in, but this color is really hard to cut in at night. I can't see it unless I have a good light, and we don't have a good light. So John's like, why don't you tell me these things earlier and I could have gotten you a nice light for Christmas? And I was like, didn't think about it. Because it's always in the winter when I need it. I don't need it so much in the summer. Let me put this on a blocker. This one, the leg. So I typically like the leg and my foot to be the same length. I knew it was going to be longer. And these have the hung hem on them. These were done on my circular sock machine. So they're a little bit longer, but that's okay. Let me get this in here. 'Cause I gotta finish this clip up for, it is Monday. I never said that. Monday, December 28th. We are so close to New Year's. All right. Ooh, they look like they could be actually a little long for my foot. This is the socker I use for my foot. and it never goes up that long, but look how fun they are. I like them. I like them a lot. I know that this one is a little different because it's not quite green. It's like a blue-gray green, but I used it anyway. I could have actually omitted that one. How fun are these as like fun, scrappy Christmas socks? Fun. Okay. Until the next clip, y'all. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, the 29th. We're getting closer to New Year's, and I did a little bit, not a lot of rearranging, but a little rearranging. So where you sit when I record in this room is this long table that I got from IKEA a long time ago. Half of it is my work area, and the other half I was using for my knitting stuff and my knitting machine, but I also have my ball winder and my Swift hooked up there. So it's kind of getting cramped, right? I was getting it was too much. I had to like move things to do something else, and I was a little frustrated. So you can see this cart here. This cart I used to keep my Erlbacher sock machine on. Well, since John got me the table that it goes on, and it's much better to crank on, I have now rearranged a little bit. So with that not being on there anymore, I have put my two Addi machines. So I have the Addi Express, and then right here is the Addi Express king size. This was new. This I got for my birthday in May. So I've used this a lot. You've seen me crank a lot of hats. You've seen me make different things. This is exciting because I've seen Andrea, the cat lady, make tubes and make wreaths, and I think that's really a cool idea. So I'm excited to just play with it. I did crank a tube on it. I haven't done anything more than that. Oh, and I've stored a few of the yarns that are specifically for like these machines that I've bought. And down there is some of my cones that is for my Erlbacher, and then over here is just that way. It's like my cubbies with more crafty supplies in it. So this was some red heart yarn. I cranked a tube. Tube. I added a toe, which is kind of funky with the red. And then I did cut in a heel. Now this looks awfully skinny, but, oh, and I tried to do like a I attached the top loose stitches with a crochet hook down below. I didn't leave enough, and it's a little tight. I'll probably be ripping that out a few rows and still folding it in and crocheting it down. I just did my crochet too tight, because I knew I was running out of yarn. It goes over my foot, but it's awfully tight. Although I think this is going to end up just being a single sock anyway. I might end up, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, honestly. It might just get ripped out. I did my cut-in heel, but a cut-in heel on these, we're calling them bed socks because it's a worsted weight yarn. John was like, what do you need bed socks for? And I'm like, well, because I like thick, warm socks, and so does my mom. And just for throwing these on around the house is kind of ideal. But when I cut that heel in, it made these stitches stretch real tight across the top of where my foot, like my leg meets my foot. Not the most comfortable. It's not pressing in and leaving a mark, but I'm thinking if I wore it long enough, it would. So if I make bed socks again, I'm not putting a heel in them. They'll just be like a tube sock. But I'll stick my hand in so you guys can actually see that it stretches a lot. I mean, it's a little holy, but that's a lot of stretch. You're not stretching it that much for your foot unless you have really, really, really wide feet. So I don't know if Andrea's made socks or tried making just tube socks. And I think, in all honesty, instead of putting the toe on like this, I would leave these stitches live and I would crochet it flat across the top, because it doesn't make that much difference doing this. It'll be an experiment. I'm going to do a little more experimenting. So I just wanted to show you guys my new little setup. I have both machines there. They're clamped down so they don't move. They're not jumping all over the table. So it's really great that I am able to use that, repurpose it for that. I haven't brought my actual knitting machine back down. It's in our bedroom right now. I cranked one thing on it on Christmas, and now it's just taking up space in our room and blocking the closet. So, all right, well, stay tuned for some more experimenting. Everybody, it is December 31st. It is New Year's Eve, and it's a Thursday. So, it's a little dreary, cloudy today, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We're supposed to get rain. I know we're supposed to get some rain today and maybe some tomorrow, but you can't stop Mother Nature. So, in the last clip, you would have seen John winding his dyed yarn into a cake. He was very upset when I told him, so he had bought me a really nice ball winder, which I had packed up and sent to my dad's when we were doing all this stuff to clean up the house for moving. It's a bigger ball winder, so I kept the smaller one because it was just easier. And it's not the greatest. It's nitpicks and it works. It's just not the greatest, and he has never done this before. So he did pretty good in the beginning, and then he got a little frustrated because it kept trying to fall. It kept catching on the Swift, and then it kept falling off the ball winder thing. It didn't fall off. The strand wasn't winding onto the ball winder correctly. But he just doesn't know how to hold the tension right and crank at the right speed so the Swift isn't going too fast. And so I ended up finishing it, which is funny. But here's the yarn. So we decided to use the one that he had splotched with the big black splotch and keep the other two because they can work in a project together if that ends up being what they become. So I am now holding this double, which I'm kind of sad to hold it double because I think seeing it as a single strand would be prettier to see how the dye job turns into yarn. Now, of course, I'd have to make like 4 or 5 different projects with different diameters or whatever to see how it would really, look when it's knit. So that's not going to happen. But we'll get some sort of idea. I told him it's going to be kind of like marled looking because you're holding two together. And I am casting on, I should say, of the photographer's hat. This is Lavanya Patricella's pattern. The only modification I make, it's a free pattern. It uses a US size 4 for the ribbing, a US size 6 for the hat. And the only modification I make is I do 5 inches of ribbing, 5 inches of stockinette. I think she calls for 4 inches of ribbing and 6 inches of stockinette. I could have that completely wrong. But I cast it on last night. And it's probably not gonna focus. Focus. There we go. I think it looks really pretty. So, yeah, that's where we are. I also cast on something else, which is in the basement, and I'll show you when I'm down there later. But in case I don't, and I forget, I hope everybody has a good New Year. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody is taking care of themselves, and don't disregard 2020 as being a total crap year. Lots of good things have also come from 2020. So we need to focus on the good and the bad. There we go. That's my mindset and how I'm taking all of this. So, yeah, and I look forward to seeing what 2021 brings. Although apparently the first case of the new strain of corona, I hate saying that. The newest strain, which is was in the UK, and which is why they went into like a tier 4 system, has now hit the United States. I think that they now have cases in California and in Colorado. Not quite sure if I'm correct on that, but it is now here, and it's fast spreading, and it's different. And so I just hope everybody abides by what their states and counties and cities do. I know it's hard. It's difficult. We all want to be done with this, and I understand that too. But you don't want to be sick. So we will probably be doing stricter lockdowns in our own home. And yeah, I've just kind of, I think I've been more strict in my household than even what my state's restrictions have been. So yeah, like we have the tiniest bubble of people that we see, super tiny. And one reason is because Hayes is in school, and I feel like she is exposed to so many people that I don't want to make my bubble any bigger because of the exposure that could happen, because she's already exposed to more people than I'd probably wish, you know, I wish that she wasn't. But again, school is so good for her, and if we would have kept her home even longer, I don't know how that would have really panned out at all. She was turning into a lump of flesh watching YouTube because I had to work and John had to work, and she was just on the couch turning into a puddle of human. Puddle of human. Oh boy. All right. So this is what I'll be working on New Year's, and it's beautiful and exciting. Yay. Okay, it's later in the day, and I definitely made a little bit of progress on the project I wanted to show you for the photographer, the little sleeper thing. So hold on, let me grab that yarn. This was the yarn I showed you, that daydream yarn. And let me see if there is oh, they don't have the actual picture of the sleeper. Oh, nope. Oh, I wanted to show you the cute picture of the sleeper. I will try to remember and post a picture of the sleeper with a real live baby wearing it, which is from the pattern page, because it's so adorable. It's ridiculous. Now I've lost where I'm at. That's okay. So it calls for the DK weight. Let me make sure I get back to kind of where I was. Okay, that's close enough. It's by Simply Sycamore, and I'm making the newborn size because the photographer friend had said, if you make anything, make it newborn size, because that's what I would want it for. And I was like, okay. So, and we went with a very neutral color, and this is so funny. This is like kind of ridiculous to show you, but this right here is the butt flap. It has two little buttonholes right here. So it will button. This will get attached. These are live stitches down here on some blue waste yarn. This will get attached to the actual body of the sleeper. And this will actually look like something, because here is, showing you the most awkward way ever, the top part of the sleeper. So there is holes for buttons. I'm not quite sure which side they're on. This side. So I will be putting buttons on it and full length arms, and I'm getting close to the point in the pattern, I think. There's the back. You can see the raglan increases. This is so cute. This yarn is so soft too. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to be able to give this to her. Well, I mean, she's purchasing it from me, but, or we're trading, we're bartering. I'm excited. So yeah, this yarn is so nice, although it does say limited edition, so this might not be something that's available all the time, obviously, if it says limited edition. So I'm going to get going on this. I'm going to find a picture so I save it to my phone so I can put it in here and show you guys, because it is the most adorable thing ever. Oh my god. Yeah, look how cute that is. Alright. That's going to go so fast. Well, at least that part of it is. I'm afraid when I have to do arms and legs, I'm going to be like, "Urgh!" But it has feet on it too. It's so cute. Okay, let's round up this week's video. Today is Saturday, January 2nd. Hazel's loud in the other room, and John is probably going to make all kinds of noise too. He's right here. They can't see you. All right, so I started that sleeper. I didn't call it that. It's called the Back Flap Sleeper, and I don't remember who it's by, but that information will be all down below. Did I even check my teeth? We just had breakfast out, because we went to the restaurant store too and bought some more things for John to die with. If you didn't see that video, I think I talked about that already at the beginning, but I'll link it up somewhere. All right, so this is that Daydream yarn from Knit Picks. I have gotten very far on it, and I have needles everywhere, so please excuse that. This is the front side I'm going to show you first, and it's a mess. Oh my gosh, I should have kind of had this more prepared. Oy, not prepared.
I would never do this on my podcast.
You don't have a podcast. It's my channel. Alright, so I still need to do the arms. I need to get buttons. I'm going to Joann's tomorrow and get some buttons. God. And look! There's a foot. How cute is that? There's a lot of strands everywhere too. But I need to finish this foot. You can say hello and then you can go say goodbye.
Hello, 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 hello. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Strings everywhere. There is these stitches here that are being held with a little 9-inch circular that need to be grafted. I'm going to finish the toe up here. Why does that look so funny? Okay. The leg and the toe, I should say. And then look, there's a butt flap. I got to take my waist yarn out yet. And there's 2 buttonholes. It's the cutest. It's going to have a butt flap. All right. This will be done probably in the next episode. So, all right, John, you want to scooch over and now join me now that the whole family has decided to?
I was sitting here.
You talked too.
Even.
I had the tripod out. You knew I was going to record.
They used to call me the tripod in college.
You didn't go to college.
I know. That's what made it so weird. I was like 43.
You're not even 43 yet.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, so.
Oh, let me make sure my hat's.
Oh, your nice new hat. Do you love it?
Of course. Of course.
I'm making you another. Alright, so this is the yarn that John dyed.
I know. I'm worried about having this on my head.
Because it's so bright?
Yeah. Yeah, especially if I like grab it and take it to a job site. They're going to be like, I can get away with any of these ones because they're kind of mild, but that one's kind of...
I'm using it kind of like a cake holder right now. So this is, I told you guys, the photographer hat. It's 2 strands held together of fingering weight yarn, and I am almost, I'm an inch away from 5 inches, and then I'll start the stockinette portion.
I'm sorry. I'm in a rare mood. I'm all hopped up
on
rare
mood?
Corned beef hash and
Corned beef
eggs.
hash and eggs. And sweet tea. I can't believe you got sweet tea and not coffee.
I'm sorry.
You are like the coffee drinker usually.
Yeah, but I get up an hour and a half before you, and I've had enough coffee to last 3 days by the time you even wake up and toot. Or yawn.
Thanks. Okay. So, yeah, it's knitting up really cool. I do want to see what it looks like knit up in one strand, though. You can kind of see a little bit of pulling. I'm thinking.
Has my my splotch made an appearance, or is
all
the black?
Those black is all the splotch.
Oh, so when you actually knit with it, it like spreads it out.
Yeah, because it's in one spot, so it's
so
gonna.
If I said that I totally meant to do that,
I mean, sure.
Then
Cause see how it's not all in one spot in the cake.
Yeah.
I do want to do something with a single strand of this because I want to see what it looks like. So I already asked John when I'm finished this hat, what's left. Can I make some socks? They'll be shorty socks though. And he said, okay.
Do whatever you want.
Okay.
You make like some lingerie out of it, or some
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
All right.
Is knitted lingerie a thing?
People make like bralettes and stuff with them. Yeah, with yarn.
But not a lot of people?
I don't know.
We would be like pioneers?
No. I don't think so.
I love looking at business opportunities.
I don't think so.
The knitted lingerie racket could be all, we could corner the market.
No, I don't think so.
Come on.
No.
Knitted cat suits. Knitted BDSM gear. Knitted ball gags.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Okay. Family friendly show. So you bought some more stuff for yarn dyeing, and you're gonna attempt something today, right? And you're gonna try a different dye method.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah. So if you follow John, you'll see all about that, like on his Instagram. But we'll also probably do short dye videos and do another.
If you plan on watching my mess, then you definitely should go to Instagram and check out CATT Designs page, because I'm going off of her style of dyeing. She's got a bunch of different videos.
Oh my god, her videos are just amazing.
And they're like mesmerizing.
They are. How she just...
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely methodical. She's not just throwing dye in. She has...
But guess what I'm going to be doing?
You're just going to be throwing dye in.
No, I'm going to be trying to figure it out. How to make it work the way she works. Because I don't understand how science makes it possible for it to come out looking like it does.
Because she puts like 4 colors in. She'll just like throw 4 colors in, but then it comes out and it definitely don't look all muddy.
No, it looks pretty rad.
It is crazy how dye works. My cousin's daughter is calling. Hazel.
Our kid got Facebook Kids or something like that.
And it's
Messenger.
very monitored.
Can they hear that, or are we?
No, they can probably hear that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna decline it.
Yeah, you should have done that already.
Yeah. So.
Her little cousin just nonstop.
And it's nonstop.
Like literally, it's like, oh, Hazel must not be home. I'll wait till the count of 7 and call her back again. Oh wait, I just got hung up on. Maybe I should call back again.
Or they'll be like, I gotta do something, and they'll hang up on the other person.
Yeah.
And come, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say her name. E is doing, and then she comes back and calls like 5 seconds later. So I don't know what she's doing. Kids, they're funny. And then so apparently, I had to talk to I needed to talk to my mother-in-law yesterday, and she was telling me how she got a text from Hazel on Messenger, and it was like a bunch of nonsensical words.
She's not the best typer yet. We're working on it.
Well, and she's reading so well, I'm pretty sure we can get her to do better. I think she was just being goofy anyway, because she gets a little wild on it. And then your mom said, all I wrote back was, I love you too. And that was funny.
That's gonna be some bright stuff on my noggin.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It'll look cool with your eyes though. The blue and your blue eyes. That's why I picked
Does
that
nothing
color
else
hat.
look good with?
It
I thought you
does.
meant that to match my beard.
Your gray beard.
Oh God, it's so gray.
Okay.
Just thinking about cutting it off.
Well, you did trim it all up.
I did trim it all up.
Yep.
Need to go get a haircut.
All right. So
How's y'all's holidays? Did y'all watch the horrible New Year's shows?
Oh my God, they were so terrible.
That was bad. That was bad.
There was a few that were kind of exciting, like when Nelly sang. That was exciting because Hazel and I were dancing around.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that was fun. But there's so many New Year's shows, so I mean, I guess people could have been watching one better than ours.
Maybe.
We should have just paid for Old Crow Medicine Show.
Or Jason Isbell in the 400 unit.
Oh, they did New Year's too. We haven't done any virtual concerts.
Well, you know, when this whole thing first started, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch some of these virtual offerings. And then I was like, oh, it's not the same. I don't want to do it anymore.
Any. Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Because I was watching, you can watch, James McMurtry's already been live today.
Oh.
And then he's got like a little link for you to be able to tip or whatever.
Like a Venmo type tippy thing?
Yeah, you just send money to...
See, I think that's cool. I think more bands should do that. And they don't have to do it all the time. I get they're going to want to do a paid-for virtual show because they want to make some sort of money.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, your fans are probably still going to watch you and tip. Because
well, see, the thing is, you
works.
can, I mean, if you can roll solo stuff, then you're golden.
That's true, too. Because there's some people that it's a band, and if they haven't been together, maybe that's not their bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think
so,
of that.
like, it's just him and his guitars.
Yeah, that's true. So he can definitely roll.
Your friend Joe Teague does it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, God, does he watch this?
I
know he's talked about it. He's like, my podcaster friend, she's famous. And I'm like, Joe, I'm not famous. I'm not famous at all.
Oh, yeah, little Aubrey being scared to come over here because... She said that she's intimidated because...
I'm a YouTuber.
She's a YouTuber.
I was like, I need to write her and be like, you should watch this person and this person and this person and this person, because those are all people I geeked out at when I met them at Fiverr shows. That's what I should tell her. Go watch those people, because I geeked out. Yeah. Totally geeked out when I met, oh my God, why can't I think of her name? The lady from the Fat Squirrel podcast.
Oh.
Amy Beth.
Nicolas Cage.
All right, we are at like 12 minutes.
Okay.
You need to go dye prep stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Bye. Knit happy. I didn't even take a drink of this. It's a Christmas present. Knit happy. He's still here. See?
No.
Right there.
No, he's not.